Steph, what have been the largest issues, in your opinion, in the first couple games?
I mean, a lot. We don't really have, good flow on offense. I think we kind of making things a little too easy on the defense in terms of sustained execution. I mean, we're getting some pretty good looks, myself included. Got to make more, but over the course of 48, you have to really bank on execution in this league to win at the highest level, especially against two teams like that. So that's tough. And then defensively, obviously, you got to guard the three-point line a little bit better, and stop fouling and giving teams easy points at the free throw line. And if we can get stops and turn it into transition offense, that might help us kind of simplify the game a little bit. But a long way to go. Staying positive, trying to figure out how to keep moving or get moving in the right direction, I should say.
What do you think is the best answer to the offensive problem?
I don't know. We just have to just focus a little bit more on what we're actually trying to do. I think sometimes when things don't go your way, you miss shots, there's a tendency to force and press and just not think. So our group's collective IQ has to get a lot better in those moments where you're not making shots, and try to get some easy buckets, some working together to create good looks, and that'll come with time. We just have to understand and identify when those moments are where you can kind of let go of the rope a little bit. I mean, tonight we were down 10 or 12 with 7-some minutes left in the third quarter. More than capable of winning a game like that. And then all of a sudden, it goes to 21 because you don't, execute an offense, and then, they give up easy threes, and then that's the ball game. So those little moments, got to, figure those out.
Steph, Connor Letourneau, San Francisco Chronicle. What's your message right now for the young guys?
This year is different. And to not feel any pressure around, Warrior teams of past. We obviously have that championship DNA, and we understand, there's expectations about, around our organization, and that's what we want. But this year's different. It's a new group of guys. We would love to have played better, these last two games, but that's not going to define our season at all. And, go win these next two, and you're 2-2 in a road trip. So that's what you got to focus on now. Stay with it, stay composed. Again, hold yourself accountable to the mistakes that we're making as a group, and just keep trying to get better. I think at the end of the day, we just have to make sure our effort and our competitiveness is there. And that'll help us get through some, these early growing pains.
Steph, Marcus Thompson with The Athletic. I know the history of this team is really centered on shooting, but Steve Kerr has always said there's no such thing as a bad shot with you and Clay and KD. But is it fair to say that you guys are taking too many threes considering the shooting ability on this offense?
I don't know if I say that. I mean, we're getting decent looks. I think we're used to some of those possessions where, years past, where you get a drive and a kick and swing, and somebody's getting a wide open look. Everybody's celebrating, feeling good. We're missing those possessions, but the overall execution will maybe open up some easier looks, whether it's around the basket or mid range or stuff like that. And just our overall spacing will, help. Obviously Kelly and Wiggs get to the basket, use their athleticism and their speed and slashing abilities, but we all got to be in sync. And I think, we watched the film against Brooklyn. There weren't that many possessions like that. I think tonight you'll probably see some of the same stuff. So we got to really identify what's a good shot versus a great shot, and and how you can adjust, on the fly if shots aren't going down early.
Hi, Steph. Carlos Ramirez, NBC Bay Area and Telemundo. How much of what's been wrong in this first 2 games do you expect will get fixed once Draymond gets back?
It obviously help in terms of, high basketball IQ, and the way that Draymond can control a possession, trying to make the right pass or putting pressure on the guy's guarding. And obviously defensively, we know what he brings in terms of being vocal and being a presence out there. So that will obviously help. And, we've played 2 really good teams who, have championship aspirations, realistically. And so we got to understand that's the level that we need to get to. We're just not anywhere close to that. So, hopefully he'll give us a boost. It's not going to be a cure-all, but we have to make the adjustments on top of infusing him into the rotation and allowing, what he does best to shine. So I expect there to be pretty good energy whenever he comes back.
Steph, you mentioned telling the younger guys that this year is different. How tough is it for you and Draymond to kind of acknowledge that early in this year, given all the success you've had in the past?
I mean, we said it going in. We've experienced everything as a team and as this core. Didn't expect it to go, this rough early, but we knew it was going to be a long process and long journey. So, and this team could look entirely different after 2 weeks, after a month, and you just got to kind of hold the ship down. And you keep yourself in the conversation. So we're still there. Like you told us going in the year you're going to lose to Brooklyn and Milwaukee on the road. Your first 2 games. We're competitors. We have pride. We wouldn't have waved the white flag, but they're 2 tough games. So we have to understand, again, the things we need to learn quickly so that we're not having these same sound bites, after every single game. So we can control that, these last 2 games, the road trip, and hopefully, again, find some good positive momentum.
Hello, Steph from Puerto Rico. Obviously, the season had just started. Do you feel any pressure to make the playoffs?
Always.
Steph, how impressive has James been for you so far?
He's been awesome. I mean, for the limited time he had to prepare for the year and obviously what his last 12 months have looked like, he's playing with a lot of confidence, energy, showing a lot of his skill set. So he's fearless out there, and that helps, make that transition to the league. And again, all the things that we kind of talked about, adjustments we need to make, hopefully that'll, let him shine even more as we get more in sync and find more chemistry and just understand what we're actually trying to do out there. So it's been awesome to watch him play the way he's been playing with, his aggressiveness, and expect more of that.
You kind of alluded to it there, but do you expect more featured plays with James Wiseman in the coming games and really in the next probably half decade, including high screen action?
I mean, there's a lot of opportunity. I think for us right now, it's just executing the simple stuff. So a lot of plays, our pet calls and stuff that we just dropped the ball, on that execution. So we had to really just, I wouldn't say take it slow, but just execute the simple stuff so that you can get a little bit more intentional about highlighting James in different spots on the floor, getting EP and some scoring positions. Again, understanding just the flow of how we want to play. So all those things are right in front of us to figure out, and you got to fall in love with the challenge of what that looks like.
Hello, Steph. I would like to ask you, how big hit for your mentality as a team were these 2 losses, and do you feel that you have something to prove to the next game?
Yeah, we need to win immediately.
Great. Thank you. Appreciate that. We got to go catch a bus. Thanks, everybody. Send a list over for tomorrow. You should be practicing in Chicago, and we will get that list fulfilled for you. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.